So in this section, we are going to discuss about the dry cell. Okay. So in the first page of notes, okay, you can find that what is meant by the chemical cell actually. The chemical cell actually is just a device that can change chemical energy. For example, stored in the metal or stored in the oxidizing agent or reducing agent, okay, convert into electrical energy. Okay. So this equation shows. And in this page, there are several terms that I hope everyone can understand and memorize, okay? The first one is the meaning of the battery. So what is meant by battery? The definition is quite simple. It's just a device consists of two or more cells. Well, that is battery. So you can write it down in your notes, okay? The meaning of the battery is consists of two or more cells. In these pictures, you can see even in a single batteries, you can see there contains at least 6 or even more cells, okay? The second term I want everyone to understand is the negative electrode. Okay, the negative electrode, okay, according to the definition, is the electrode where electron flows into the external circuit. Well, that means, so you can see in the pictures, right? Is the electron leave the battery or the cell from negative electrode. Okay, but if you consider the current flow direction, that will be reversed. Okay, the negative electrode is the place where current enter the battery. So I hope everyone can highlight or write down the definition in their notes. Okay, in reverse is the positive electrode. Okay, the positive electrode is, first of all, is the position where electron enter the cell, or you may say is the position where current leave the cell. This is very important concept, so everyone should not mix up, okay? The next one is the meaning of electrolyte. Well, this is very simple. It's just a medium that allow ion to flow between two electrodes, okay? But everyone should pay attention is the meaning of the electrolyte, okay, is something more than the meaning of conductor, okay? Because the electrolyte will undergo decomposition when there is conducting, okay? So while the conductor maybe, for example, is a metal, they will not decompose, but the electrolyte will, okay? Well, next page, okay? In this section, we are going to discuss two types of cells, okay? They are called primary cell and secondary cell, okay? The primary cell is very simple. It's the cell that cannot recharge, or we can say this is non-rechargeable cell, okay? Well, for the secondary cell is similar. It's something that can rechargeable, okay? So in the pictures, you can see we have different choice. The first one, the primary cell first, okay, is the zinc carbon cell. Now I hope everyone to pay attention because zinc carbon cell is the most important cell we are going to discuss in this section, okay? It's a zinc carbon cell. So you can see that it contains zinc and carbon, okay? The second one is called alkaline manganese cell. And the third one is called silver oxide cell. Well, the detail we will discuss it in the next section, so don't worry. For the secondary cell, which is rechargeable, now we have four choices actually. The first one is lithium ion cell. So we can see the picture. This should be found in your mobile phone, right? The second one is called nickel metal hydride cell, or we will use the symbol NiMH to represent this. The third one is nickel cadmium cell. Now, nickel cadmium cell is more or less like the nickel metal hydride cell, but because the cadmium or the compound is toxic. So the nickel cadmium cell is given up by the market. Okay, we will not use nickel cadmium cell anymore. Okay, and their place is replaced by nickel metal hydride. And the final one is lead acid accumulator. So from the pictures, you may find that such kind of cell is found in the car or vehicles. Okay. Now, in next page, we are going to discuss the detail of the primary cells. Okay. Now, first of all, for all kinds of primary cell we mentioned in this section, the material for the negative electrode are zinc, which is a reactive metal, and you may understand that they will donate or give electrons. Okay. While for the zinc carbon cell, the carbon rod will be used as the positive electrode, and the electrolyte is ammonium chloride. While for the alkaline manganese cell and silver oxide cell, their positive electrode is made of manganese 4 oxide and carbon, and the final one is silver oxide as a positive electrode. And their electrolytes are potassium hydroxide. So you can understand why you are highly recommend not to break the chemical cell or dry cell, because if you use alkaline manganese cell or silver oxide cell, if you break it, then the potassium hydroxide will come out, which is highly corrosive. Okay, and all of them get the same voltage, is 1.5 volt. Okay, now the advantage, I think you can read it by yourself. Okay, the most important part is the advantage for zinc carbon cell is very cheap. Okay, but the problem is they perform poor in the high drain device. What you mean by high drain device is something that use a lot of electricity. For example, the camera, the flashlight in camera, okay, they will use a lot of electrical energy. So if you use zinc carbon cell, their performance will be very, very poor, because they will have the voltage drop easily. For the alkaline manganese cell, they will have steady voltage. Okay, but the disadvantage is they are more expensive than zinc carbon cell. And for the silver oxide cell, the advantage besides steady voltage is they got small size, but once again, this is very expensive and they cannot stand for large current. For example, you cannot use silver oxide cell in your model car, okay, or a flashlight, because they cannot stand for such large current. So you can see the use of, first of all, zinc carbon cell is torch and small radio. The second is alkaline manganese cell. They are used in motorized toy and flashlight. And finally, the silver oxide cell, they will use in the small area or small region. For example, in your watch, your calculator, camera, and hearing aids. Okay. So we will move to secondary cell. The lithium ion cell. Okay. First of all, is they use lithium metal or lithium atom line between the graphite sheets. So don't worry too much about the material used in lithium ion cell. Okay, here the use of material for both negative and positive or electrolyte is just for your reference. You don't need to memorize. Okay, they got a maximum voltage of 3.7 volt. Okay, so the material for the positive electrode is a lithium metal oxide, and the material for the electrolyte is a lithium salt dissolved in an organic solvent. So once again, what is the chemical formula for the lithium salt and what is the formula for the organic solvent? We don't know. Okay. For the nickel metal hydride cell, okay, once again, the negative electrode is something we call hydrogen absorbing alloys, and the positive electrode is made of nickel 2 hydroxide, and the electrolyte is potassium hydroxide. So you can see the nickel metal hydride cell, their voltage is a little bit lower than the primary cell, okay? And the lead acid accumulator, the material for the negative electrode is lead, and the positive electrode is lead or titanium plate coated with lead 4 oxide. Okay, so as I say, you don't need to pay too much attention in the material for both positive or negative electrode, but I hope you can understand or the negative electrode is made of something that is lost electron easily. Well, that means they are reducing agent, and the material for the positive electron is oxidizing agent. That's why you can see the oxidation number for the material in positive electrode is usually very high. Okay, for the lead acid accumulator, the material is sulfuric lead acid as a electrolyte, and their maximum voltage is only 2 volt. Okay, so with the advantage, first of all, lithium ion cell, they got high energy density. The meaning of high energy density means they can build the chemical cell into very, very small size. Okay, and the limitation is their cost is very high. For the nickel metal hydride, the advantage is they got good performance in high drain device. But the limitation is they got high rate of self-discharge. That means even you do not use the chemical cell, the voltage will drop after, for example, a few days or a few weeks. Okay. And the lead acid accumulator, the advantage is low cost, and most important, they can stand for large current. The disadvantage is they are very bulky. That's why you can see from the use, okay? For example, lithium ion cell, because they can be built in very, very small size, they are suitable in mobile phone or laptop computer or notebook computers, right? For the metal hydride cell, they are used in toys, or you may say they are the best choice to substitute the primary cell, for example, zinc carbon cell or alkaline manganese cell. For the lead acid accumulators, because they are heavy, bulky, but can generate large current, so they are most suitable in use in car or wheel car. Well, next one, we have a checkpoint and to see the daily questions you will see in examination or in the test. Okay, here shows the pictures, and you will ask which of the following combination is correct, which kind of chemical cell are X, Y, and Z. Okay, so we got some idea on the pictures first. Here shows for the X. Okay, we can see the voltage drop very, very quickly. Okay, the voltage drop, for example, up to 0.8 volt. Well, that means the battery is what we call the battery is dead. Okay, they cannot use anymore. The X will have voltage drop only after 1.5 hours. So we can have an idea that it should be zinc carbon cell. For the Y, okay, for the curve Y, so it can show the voltage drop slowly. So we have several ideas because they are AA size, so it should not be silver oxide cell, okay, because we do not have AA size silver oxide cell. So the only choice we got is the alkaline manganese cell, okay. And the curve Z, you can see, okay, it also has voltage drop, but first of all, okay, the voltage start at 1.2 volt, which means the nickel metal hydride cell. Okay, the second one we want to double confirm, right? we can see the voltage is actually maintained for a few hours. That means the voltage do not get large change for the more or less 2.5 hours. So we can conclude that it should be a nickel metal hydride cell. Okay, so the answer should be A, B, C, or D. Okay, so the answer should be C. Next questions. You are given 4 types of AA size primary cell again, and A, B, C, and D. So they are used in MP3 player and a flashlight. So first of all, you are requested to have some calculations. Okay, for example, the price per hour when using MP3 player and the price per flash when using on a flashlight. Okay, so I hope all of you can finish the calculation first, and then I will show you the answer. And here are the answers. Okay. Next one is you are asked which battery is the best buy for the MP3 player. So you can see A or D should be the best one, right? Because the price is lowest, but you can compare with the last digit. So you can see A will be the better choice for the MP3 player. And for the best buy for the flashlight is more or less the same. D will get the lowest price per flashlight used. Okay, so the answer should be D for the second question. So the final question is which cell is most suitable for mobile phones? Explain your answer. So first of all, ask yourself, being for the battery in mobile phone, of course this is secondary cell, right? Which one is the most suitable choice, or what kinds of criteria you are going to need? Okay, for example, small size or large size, large current or low current, high voltage or low voltage. Okay, so maybe you can first of all stop for a few minutes and write down your idea in the blank of the page, then come up with the answer. And here is for the lithium-ion cell. We find this is suitable because it got high energy density. Well, that means it can build in small size. For the nickel metal hydride and lead acid accumulator, well, they are not suitable because their voltage is very low. Okay, 1 point something voltage volt or 2 volt is not enough. So maybe you can have another idea. We can connect 2 or more cells together, right? But the disadvantage is then we can overcome the voltage problem, but the size will be very large. Okay, that means it will increase the size and the phone will be very bulky. Well, finally, we have an idea on the environmental impact. Okay, so I hope all of you can read the 2 sentences here and understand why we should use primary cell or secondary cell. Okay, and understand why the government will ask to recycle the secondary cell when they are abandoned or cannot be used anymore. And that's the end of this session.